This is an example of a mood board. This is just a collage for inspiration and direction of the project when you meet with your client. This is an example of a style tile. This is what you would share with your client for a visual approach to kind of see the colors, the branding, and the different types of fonts that you would want to use with that design for your client. So this is a style tile. This is an example of a wireframe, and this lets you kind of set up the page layout and the arrangements for what you're going to add. And this would let you see where you're going to have your hyperlinks and maybe where you would insert a table, how many different pictures you would have, and maybe how you would arrange the fonts for your text. So again, this is a wireframe. This is an example of a wireframe. It's kind of a visual site map that lets you know where you're going to have your home page. And at the top, you might have links for the menu, your story, your contact us. And then you would also be able to see what other pages you would have within those. So a visual site map is an example of a frame. Okay. Here's an example of the design process where you begin, you plan, you design it, you test it, and then you can go back and keep doing that until you get your final results. So it's a design process by where you create a prototype, you test it, you meet with your client, and continue on until you get the final design. So when you get ready to design your website, you would need to look at the goal. You would need to determine how many pages you're going to need. What's the deadline? What are the costs? Then you could do your site map in your wireframe to see how it's going to be laid out. Meet with your client and get the actual visual items. Create it, test it, and then finally go live and work out any other bugs in your system.